Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Again, another new background. We are on the first of the 2 house sits left that we've got until we are taking a break, and it just really feels like a restart, to be honest. I thought I'd just jump on camera. I'm sat on the floor. I'm trying to respect the people's pictures that we're house sitting for, because they've got a little baby as well. So in case you're wondering why I'm sat on the floor instead of the sofa, they've literally got pictures just there. So I just thought it'd probably be easier if I just sit on the floor. Plus it's actually quite grounding, literally. We're looking after a little dog called Lola, who you will probably see in a second. She's lovely. She reminds us of this dog that we looked after before. His name was Charlie. Anyway, we have just got back from our holiday in Zante. It was good, to be honest. There was a lot of things that we were worried about and anticipating beforehand, but actually the reality of it was that there were still families and all different ages in the area that we were. So even though we were literally like a 10-minute walk away from the strip, it didn't really affect us that much. We did venture out to the strip one night, and let me tell you, never again. That was a mistake. I don't know what they put in that alcohol or how they measure it, but yeah. Someone also stepped on my toe and ripped off my toenail. And I'd only just got them done. My first ever pedicure with gel polish or whatever. And someone ripped one from me. So there's your lesson that materialistic stuff doesn't matter, because people can just take it from you for many minutes. Yeah, I just wanted to sit down and really talk, because I'm feeling quite disconnected from life and reality, or a version of reality. I'm feeling quite isolated, and yeah, as much as I like time alone, I'm ready now to actually make more friends or spend time more with my friends and like just venture out. And I think that's one of the downsides to house sitting, because even though we get to meet the families and all the animals and lovely homes and that, often they're like away from our day-to-day life or our friends or our family. So yeah, life can literally look like this. Like today, Nathan's at work and I'm here alone with Lola because we've got to look after the dog. And this has been like my first day in a while that I've been able to sit down again and talk about what's going on up top. I realize, I think I said this in my last diary of a 26-year-old. This will be my last diary of a 26-year-old, because I am 27 on Friday, the 29th of August. And as I'm filming it, this is Tuesday, the 26th, I think, of August. So yeah, this is my last one until the title turns to Diary of a 27-year-old, which is crazy. And I'm really feeling like almost 27, and I've been doing like a lot of reflection about age and life and perspective and like different realities, and how everything around you affects you and your perception of what life is. But I've also been, but on like all, you know, sometimes I just literally cannot get the words from here to there in one coherent sentence. And when I say sometimes, I mean pretty much every day. So it's really annoying. It's really annoying for me, and it's probably annoying for everyone around me that is just constantly like, spit it out, Beth. But I'm like, I cannot. I don't know why. I've got so many thoughts going on in my mind at once that I can't even string a fucking sentence together. Yeah, I've just been reflecting recently about how I've been on this planet for pretty much 27 years and how really that's nothing, because I think a lot of people my sort of age can relate to this as well. And I said this to my best friend once. Well, we talk about this quite a lot when we were together. But I said to them, I was like, you know, we are young adults. Duh. But like, we are young adults, and this is our first time experiencing adult life. And if you're not fortunate enough to get taught um, the way that you want to do your life, but that's very difficult because you don't know. Well, personally, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I need to try. I need to try before I buy. Okay, I need to invest my time in trying things out before I actually know what is right for me. I might think I like it, but then the reality, because I find it difficult to actually picture what a different reality could be. Uh, yeah, so anyway, what I'm trying to say is I've heard like mixed things about the age of like mid to late 20s, and how it's basically just a trial run, and a lot of people sort of peak or feel properly themselves and settled within themselves in like their mid 30s, which is really reassuring for me. And I think I haven't like thought about what I was going to say before I sat down and spoke. So hence why I'm just trying to figure it out right this second. Let me just 1 minute, please. Please wait a moment. Stand by. Bear with. When we leave school in the UK, it's about age 17, 18. Some of us choose to go to uni, some of us choose to go to an apprenticeship or straight into work, or even some of us are parents at that point, or have to be carers. Like, that is such a young age to be thrown out into the world, whatever shape or form that is. And even if you do go to uni or do an apprenticeship, and that's typically 3-4 years, and then that's meant to be it. You're meant to be set then, is it? And the first thing you try is what you're invested in. And in one way, I have been in the past envious of people that can do that, but also I realize, because I haven't. Listen, I mean, I've tried uni. I did it for 2 years. I did mental health nursing for the first year, psychology for the first year, and then quit psychology in the second year. I realized it just wasn't for me at that time, at least. I didn't like how it was taught. I definitely need extra support in higher education in one way or another. Um, And then I went into the apprenticeship doing dental nursing, which ended up being 4 years of the apprenticeship. And I literally only went into it because one of my friends at the time said, "Oh, yeah, I've done this. I think you'd be good at it." I was like, "Right, well, that's all I've got. Let's go." And I was good at it. I liked it. What I liked about it was that I could learn something as I was doing it, then show off the fact that I've learnt it and that could do it. But then over time, actually, it was repetitive, boring, stressful, and isolating, and painful, like physically painful. The positions that you had to like reach over to do your job was just ridiculous. But yeah, that's a whole nother rant for another day. But so what I'm trying to say is, like, I have tried that way, and I'm now in my position now. I'm glad that it hasn't worked out for me in that way. And I feel grateful and lucky because I know that I'm meant for something different, something on my terms. Yeah, I haven't figured it out yet. But then because I haven't figured it out yet, sometimes if I'm not in my highest form of mood, or if I happen to compare myself, which is quite easy to do, everything's a comparison. It's like, why is my life like, why is this not my house? Why do I not own this house? But then the reality of it, the people that do own this house, they've got a mortgage, they've got they've got a child, sorry, and they've both got probably full-time jobs. That's an assumption. I know that one of them does. I don't know about the other because I don't actually know them. And I know for me that lifestyle wouldn't work. So then I'm like, okay, so there's no point comparing because this isn't a fair comparison. It's reassuring, but I can't help but enjoy the short time that we have in a stable ground with like no one else here but a dog. But then on the other side of that, it's like, this is good for a short time, but being responsible constantly for other people's houses, other people's pets, other people's property, being on the end of the line, being on the end of the phone like any second with any problems, comes with so much stress and anxiety, as well as a lot of like peace. And it's so strange. And yeah, so we've come to the point where we're like, okay, we've got this one for a week, and then we've got another one for 2 weeks, I think, 2.5 weeks, and then we're done. Like, we have no more. We might have one for my family member, but like, that's only for 4 days, and it's different when it's family. Go back to the actual point that I was trying to make, was that, you know, we're children up to that point. We're literally teenagers, 17, 18, 19. It's not until you reach 20 that you're not a teenager, but you're a young adult. Still doesn't mean you know what the hell you're doing in life. I don't know. I don't know what message is being portrayed right now, but from what I'm saying, but I think what I want it to be like is, I don't want to preach too hard about like the system, but like, honestly, there is a system that probably 80% of people, if not more, follow. They either can get on with it and find happiness and purpose there, and that's absolutely amazing for them. Or there's the other 20-30% of people that don't fit into that system, and that's okay, but that's not advertised as much. I mean, with the age of social media, I think that is really good for a lot of people, especially me. Like, this is my hobby, but I like it. Like, I'm sat here on one of my days off, in between jobs and stuff, sat on the floor filming alone, talking to a camera, but I actually enjoy it. And if I'm one day lucky enough to make this my job, that would be my version of a dream. But also, because I haven't tried it and I find it difficult enough to manage how my lifestyle is right now and still make videos and edit them, difficult, then but I guess it'd be different. It'd be different because, yeah. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if you cannot understand why you haven't got it figured out yet, it's because it's okay not to have it figured out. And that is like one of the cliche quotes, inspirational sentences, messages, whatever. But it's easier to listen to it from people in a very similar position to you than someone who is in a completely different position to you, that you're like, oh yeah, it's easy enough for you to say because you blah 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 blah. But if you're in a position like me where you've tried lots of things, you've kind of actually struggled, you're highly emotional, highly sensitive, need a lot of downtime, a lot of time to just figure out what it is, a lot of trying before you buy, and freedom, then trust me, it is, coming from like low income job, and not that many friends, and you know, yeah. So then if you're in a, if you have or are in a similar position than that, and sort of my age, even if you're lower age, younger age, or older than me, then that, like, I'm doing this because I want other people to relate to me, but also I want to be able to relate to you watching as well. And also another point that I tried to make in the beginning, but then got very sidetracked because that is me, is that, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit disconnected from a sense of community. And yesterday I went for a job interview at my new local leisure centre, and unfortunately I didn't get it as a cafe assistant because I don't have a lot of food experience. But in one way, it's like I'm actually relieved and I'm okay, because I would be working by myself, and actually I didn't want that. I want to try working in a team again. I want to build a community of some sort around me that is supportive, in the same position or same boat, whatever, that can help row that boat. I'm relieved that I didn't get it because I wouldn't have achieved what I wanted, but I'm also a little bit disappointed that it wasn't what I hoped for, if that makes sense. I also wanted to talk about how, when I do have time alone, before I found this hobby, and even now actually, I chase like dopamine, but fake dopamine. So I might like overeat for my body type, or I might just binge watch telly, or I might want to drink alcohol. I don't normally go overboard, but I'm just being honest with you. Or, um, scrolling on social media, not exercising, um, and that ends up making me just feel really bad. But I think I've got a really big lesson to learn here that has been screaming in my face for a while, and that it is actually proper self-care. And it's easy to think self-care like, oh yeah, just to go and have a bubble bath. A bubble bath. If you've watched Big Mouth, you'll know that. Bubble bath. Actually, I need to be doing more grounding things. I need to get back in the habit of journaling. This is a video journal, but it's different to writing down. Like, I still find them both useful, but sometimes I don't want to actually be talking. I just want to get my thoughts out without talking. And sometimes I don't want to always share my thoughts, or I don't know exactly what I'm feeling and I need to figure it out alone. I also want to be structuring my days a bit more, and yeah, instead of going and chasing those fake dopamines, exercising in a healthy form for me. It's different for everyone. Eating better, again, different for everyone. So I'm not going to go much into detail about that. Overall, the two sort of bigger subjects, maybe three subjects, that I'm trying to tell myself and you watching is, it's okay to not have it figured out. I've probably said that on my channel a lot actually, but I think it's true. Yeah, it's okay not to have everything figured out. I realise the importance of a community, and I guess self-care is work. Like, especially for someone with suspected ADHD or whatever. I don't know. I'm trying not to self-diagnose, but to be honest, I probably do have it. Dopamine chasing, whatever. Like, it's difficult to concentrate on, oh, I'm just gonna get off my phone watching 3-second videos or whatever, and I'm going to sit down and actually think and write and read. Like, that sounds so easy, but I reckon once you get to the habit, it would be. But, I'm not the only one that finds habits difficult to form, or bad habits to break. Yeah, I guess that's really it. And I guess a little update of my actual life situation. Still house sitting for the moment until we're not. Basically, 16th of September is when we finish house sitting, and I've got a lot of hopes for that time. But that is it for now. And I'm going to close this last diary entry of the diary of a 26-year-old now, and join me for the diary of the 27-year-old. Who knows? Maybe it's my year. Is it Mercury retrograde or what? Bye.